in Anu Gita, it is said by Krishna that I was in yoga with the Atman, because when during my Gita discourse with the Arjuna, when Krishna is none other than the saguna rupa of the Atman itself, and has come to the earth.
What is said there? That I was in yoga.
Yes, in Anu Gita it is said that I was in yoga with the Atman during my Gita discourse to Arjuna, when Krishna is none other than the saguna rupa of that Atman, means self.
See, he may be in Sagun Roop, but the fact is that Sagun Roop is of the Supreme Atman only. Atman only appears as all these names and forms. There is no other. So even while he is speaking as Krishna, he is identifying with the Atma and then speaking. That's the meaning of the sentence there. That I am the Atma, I am not just this form. Because this form is an avatar which comes, which has a certain birth and it has a certain time when it will disappear. But Atma, which is enlivening this form, that is eternal. So when he is saying that I am giving this talk to Arjun, identified with the Atma, that is a fact, because he is the Atma who has taken the particular form, but the form is only an appearance. So the self united with the self, meaning he is not identified at that time as Krishna, who is Mr. So and so, the son of Devaki, the son of Vasudev, or the let us say the husband of Rukmini. He is not speaking as Krishna, one entity. He is speaking as the self, who is the cause of the entire universe. Because many people think, like for example, when he says Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Now many people think that Krishna Bhagavan is saying that surrender to me as Krishna as a form only. He is not speaking as Krishna as a form there. He is speaking Krishna as the Supreme Tattva, Ishvara, Brahma Tattva. Whichever form you worship, you surrender to him. That's what it means. That surrender to that infinite consciousness, and that consciousness, when you surrender the ego, aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami, I will liberate you from all the sins. Now if somebody interprets that only Krishna has to be mam ekam sharanam vraja, means Krishna said surrender to me only, nobody else. That is not a appropriate interpretation, because the word mam, one can interpret it just as Krishna and then say, that is the meaning. But if you see the context in the whole Gita, Bhagavan is not speaking everywhere as Krishna only. In fact, he says very clearly in the earlier chapter also that Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. Somebody who recognizes me as Vasudeva, as the consciousness which pervades the whole universe. Vasudeva means that Sarvam Vasati, who is there in the hearts of all the beings. That consciousness is this Krishna. Mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mamajam avyayam. There's another shloka in the Gita. The deluded people don't know that I am the unborn, unchanging, undying consciousness. They think of me only as one form. And then they think that, oh, this Krishna is a blue boy of Vrindavan, he's a cowherd boy, he's a son, king of Dwarka. That is a upadhi, that's a role he is playing. But when he is giving the knowledge to Arjun, he is not speaking only as Krishna. In some places he speaks as Krishna. When Arjun surrenders to Sri Krishna, he is Krishna Bhagavan. As a friend of Arjun. That's why he says, Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. You are my friend and you are my devotee. But everywhere he is not Krishna. Lots of places he is speaking as Ishvara. And that's how he showed the Vishwarup also. So that's why he says that I am the Atma. I am in union with the Atma. Yoga with Atma means I am anchoring, or I am operating from the standpoint that I am the Atma. And from that standpoint, I have given the knowledge, so that people don't have this confusion that everything is to be interpreted as only Krishna as a person who spoke. That's why that line there.
Sir, that is why, sir, there is a difference between Krishna and Arjuna, is that Arjuna have that the outer bodies also, that is the Sukshma Sharira and that Karana Sharira, but Krishna has only the Atman. He doesn't have that Karana Sharira or Sukshma Sharira.
No, he has the Sukshma Sharira, but that Sukshma Sharira is understood to be unreal. He doesn't have Karana Sharira in terms of ignorance and vasanas. but that Sukshma Sharira is there, because that without Sukshma Sharira it will not work. And even the Karana Sharira, Avidya is not there because Bhagavan is Jnana Swarup. Avidya is not there, but he has assumed the doership. No, without that form, how will a gross body function without a Sukshma Sharir? Think about it. The Sukshma Sharir has to be there to function in the gross body, because body by itself is Jada Vastu. Until Sukshma Sharir is not there in that, the enlivened by consciousness, that body cannot function. So he does not have the reality given to Sukshma Sharir. He knows he is the Atma. Arjun's situation is he doesn't know he is the Atma. Arjun thinks I am this Jiva. Bhagavan knows that he is not the Jiva. That's why he says in the 4th chapter, Ajopisan Navyaya Atma Bhutanam Ishwaropisan Prakritim Swamadhisthaya Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. I take form controlling my Maya. So Bhagavan is not under control of his Maya. Hence there is no avidya for Bhagavan. But there is a Sukshma Sharir. But in that Sukshma Sharir, the clarity Bhagavan has, this is a tool. This is not me. Like we have a phone, we use to communicate. Bhagavan says, I have this body, subtle body and gross body with which I do the dharma samsthapana in the world. But I am not this. This is only my tool. I am that infinite consciousness. That clarity and that awareness is there in Bhagavan right from birth. That's why he says, Ajopisan Avyayatma. I am unborn, unchanging, and yet I am the Ishvara. Using my Maya, I become Ishvara and I take avatar. So avatar is possible only when there is Sukshma Sharir and Sthul Sharir.
That means from the day of his birth, he knows that he is Atman.
Correct. Full time, he knows that I am Atman, I am not this body at all.
Sir, thank you very much.
Hari Om.